Some people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because they never know when to stop. Florida always feels like it's moving. Crowded beaches packed with tourists. Roads filled with music. Bars glowing late into the night. Boats cutting across the water like life here never slows down. But drive a few hours away from Miami, and everything changes completely. The Everglades stretch endlessly, like another world. No skyscrapers. No car horns. Just water. Reeds. Mud. And something watching you beneath the surface. Florida is famous for the American alligator. And the strange thing is, they barely do anything at all. They lie motionless for hours in the mud. They don't hunt non-stop. They don't chase prey everywhere. Yet somehow, they remain one of the most effective predators on the planet. Jake Morrison never thought much about that. He was 29 years old. Born in Tampa. A content creator. At least. That's how he introduced himself. In reality, Jake was trapped inside the same chaotic loop millions of young people live in today. He filmed videos every day, uploaded to YouTube non-stop, chased trends non-stop, checked views non-stop, edited captions non-stop. Every morning, the first thing he did was grab his phone. How many views? How many followers? Did the new video flop? If a video went viral, he felt happy for a few hours. If it flopped, the entire day was ruined. There was a time when Jake grew incredibly fast. 1 million view video. Then several more. Followers exploding overnight. Small brands started reaching out. Money started coming in. And from that moment on, he began living like a machine. Filming every day. Posting every day. Constantly trying to maintain engagement. He was terrified of disappearing from the algorithm. Terrified of being forgotten. Terrified that someone else would rise faster than him. What nobody ever told Jake was that the internet never has a finish line. You always feel like you're not moving fast enough. 1 year later, everything started collapsing. Views dropped. Reach dropped. Brands disappeared. Videos he once spent dozens of hours editing now couldn't even keep people watching to the end. Jake started panicking. And he reacted the same way most people do. Work harder. 3 videos a day. Posting on every platform. Late night live streams. Editing until sunrise. Constant coffee. 3 hours of sleep. He thought working harder would save him. But the more he pushed, the worse everything became. One evening, Jake was live streaming when his phone overheated and suddenly shut off. He sat silently in his tiny, suffocating apartment, sweating, exhausted, head pounding like a hammer. And for the first time in a very long time, he realized he wasn't happy anymore. He no longer knew what he was living for. He was simply trying not to disappear. The next day, Jake drove down to southern Florida to film a new vlog. 48 hours surviving the Everglades. Another clickbait piece of content. Another thumbnail. Another desperate attempt to hold on to the algorithm. But he had no idea. That trip was about to completely change the way he saw life. As the sun began sinking lower, Jake saw it. Just 2 eyes floating above the water. Still, unmoving, unreactive, as if it had been there for a very long time. And that was the moment everything began. If you think an alligator is just a dangerous animal, then the next part will surprise you. Because the scariest thing about it isn't its strength. It's the way it never wastes energy. Follow the channel, because part 2 is where Jake begins to realize what's truly destroying him.